Hey guys, it's the Sadknight here, and today we're going to do a breakdown of the D&D trailer, Honor Among Thieves. Let's go over an easy one. Let's go over the monsters that we saw in the D&D trailer. The first one we see at the beginning of the trailer is obviously the Black Dragon. Later on in the movie, we do see a Red Dragon. Now this one right here should be a Brass Dragon, however, there's a couple of interesting features about this one. At a different point in the trailer, we see this scene right here, where we see a statue that looks very similar to this dragon. It means that this could be a brass dragon, or this might be an animated statue of a dragon, or maybe it's even a petrified dragon that gets unpetrified some point in the movie. I'm not 100% sure of the circumstances for this one, so you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Right here we can see hanging on a tree a giant spider. Now, normally this would not be what most high fantasy movies use for giant spiders. Usually they might use ones much larger than this, but you can see it already from the distance away it is from the rest of the party. Seems like it's nearly as large as their horse, and honestly it's bigger than the ones in Australia, so you gotta know that that's giant size. This one right here is the owlbear. Of course, they confirmed this actually in the trailer, but one fun fact about it is the druid transforms into the owlbear in this scene. However, druids can't actually turn into owlbears. They can only turn into beasts, and the owlbear is actually classified as a monstrosity. Pretty sure everybody loved this scene right here. This actually shows two monsters. It shows a displacer beast and a gelatinous cube. It's funny because the players actually forcefully engulf themselves in the cube to get away from the displacer beast. And at the end, we have everybody's favorite, the Mimic. As both a Dark Souls fan and a D&D fan, this was actually the monster I was looking forward to seeing the most in any type of movie or animation, and I'm so glad that they put it in. They did a really good job with this one. Next, let's go over the magic items that we saw in the trailer. Now, the first one here should be Horn of Orcus. With that being the case, that means the big bad for this movie should be Orcus himself, who's a powerful demon lord. Now, this weapon right here is pretty interesting. Of course, we now have confirmed that this character is actually a paladin, so that means that the glowing on the sword is most likely Divine Smite. So this means that this is most likely not a magical weapon. However, the very next scene that we get to see, the blade actually, like trick weapons, releases from the handle, showing off a dagger. A buddy of mine suggested that this actually is a dancing sword, and the dagger works like some type of control handle to control the blade. Now, traditionally, the dancing sword is not released from its handle. It usually is completely separated from the controller, who's just attuned to the weapon and can control it through telepathy or verbal commands or so on and so forth. But I thought this was really a cool interpretation of the weapon, if that's what it is, and I thought this was a really cool suggestion from a friend. Let me know what you guys think about this. Is this a dancing sword, or is this something else that we are overlooking? Let me know what you guys think about it. So from this point forward, the items actually get a little bit trickier. This one right here obviously is a helm of something, but I can't tell you what. People have suggested that this might be a helm of brilliance, but it's not jewel encrusted, and it doesn't seem to have the same spells. Obviously this is some type of spell focus or has some type of spell enchanted into the helmet, but what I've looked up online about the different D&D magic items, I can't seem to find one that actually kind of clearly matches up with this one. So if you guys know exactly which helmet this is or have a good suggestion, let me know. The same goes for this weapon right here. It has a very similar concept to the Firebrand Warhammer that was used in Critical Role by Grog. However, of course, it's just redesigned as an axe. But when you look up online, the Firebrand weapons aren't traditionally in the D&D catalog, except for under the classification of being an item that Vox Machina used. I haven't found an axe version or another type of fire axe in the list, so I'm not completely sure about this one. It gives off a Firebrand axe kind of style, but if you guys know what actual magical weapon this is, please let me know in the comment section below. So we're at the end of the video, and I wanted to thank you guys for watching the video, and I really look forward to your guys' support on trying to figure out some of these. The creatures were pretty straightforward, except for maybe one interesting little twist on one, but besides that, the magical items is actually where I know a lot of people were struggling with figuring out what they were. Even I wasn't able to figure out a bunch of them, and so I figured it was better to just open it up to you guys in a fun discussion. What do you guys think these items are? I would love to hear you guys' opinions and figure out what you guys think it is. There are a lot of D&D books out there and a lot of source materials, and so it's hard to keep all this information in one's head, and it really helps to have a second pair of eyes. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.